Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Age of Rebellion. We are in week 3. My name is Matt Dennis, and I am joined by Michael Yater, Anthony's chair, Ian Swanson, and Emily Smith. And we are getting ready for, like I said, the third week of our Age of Rebellion series. Thanks for tuning in, and if you have Twitter, if you want to go retweet the tweet I just tweeted, then we can get more friends in here, and that'd be fun. Thanks again for holding out the last week while I was gone away in Bend, Oregon, the middle of nowhere. Not to be confused with Burns, Oregon, where there's a lot of fun things happening on a
Middle
business
of
trip.
nowhere on Northwest standards, anyway.
Yeah, and yeah, it's not quite like Kansas, huh, Mike?
No,
Um,
not at all.
Anyway, so I would like to give the floor to Mike so he can kind of give us the intro because it's been 2 weeks and I'd love to hear a recap on things that have happened, and then we can roll for Destiny points and get in the game.
Yeah, do we want to introduce everyone in case there's anyone new in the stream, or just jump right into it?
Let's just go for it.
Sure. So, our gallivanting crew of Rebel Scum is currently on a Imperial space station known as Martel Station out in the outer rim reaches of the galaxy. And their mission is to find, board, and somehow take control over a specific freighter that is part of the Prelimian Hull.
I thought it was to explore Brave New Worlds.
No, that's wrong. Wrong star series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can do that instead. Get our USS Enterprise up in here.
Dude, nice.
But yeah, their goal is to take control over this freighter M226 and try to get it out of hyperspace so that the rebels can take control of the cargo, which they still have yet to fully discover what the cargo is at this time. They're trying to gain information, and that search for information has led them to Raf, who is the leader of one of the many work gangs at Martel Station. And when we left off, they were discussing different options for how to get onto the ship. And that's where we left off a couple weeks ago. So that's what we're going to pick up today.
Cool. And Raph is the leader of or at least he's a big shot within a gang, right? They're called like the Black Dots or the big black. That's
big
right.
black dots.
But they have they have like dots on their necks or something like.
Yeah,
Raph
is he's a Zabrak, so that's Darth Maul status. He's not black and red face paint though.
Right, because that's a Sith thing.
Standard Zabrak dude. He's got vibro knives, like 3 of them, strapped to his belt. So he's a pretty cool dude, armed up, And you guys are talking with him, and just from your brief conversations with him, he seems to be very interested in the information that you guys are rebels.
Cool.
Or at least he is saying that you were rebels. You guys may or may not.
I was going to say, we never actually confirmed that we're rebels,
right.
But
he overheard you, and then you guys were like, "Nah, man.
Nah, that ain't.
It's like I'm not an idiot."
About rebels.
So, yeah.
Cool.
That's where we are today.
So I had just pushed the button, correct?
For what?
For Bebo. The Bebo
Again?
button. Yeah, that's how we left off. Because I had just pushed the button.
That was
locked the door. No, I pushed the button again.
Oh, you pushed, because I remember we started off the last session with saying, "Yeah, I had just pressed Bebo's button."
Correct. Yeah, it happened twice.
Okay, so you're
like right before we left off last time, I pushed the button. If I'm gonna go back and watch the VODs later, and I'm gonna be totally wrong on this one, but I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember this, but
I'm pretty sure I locked the door and then pushed the button.
Okay.
So.
Can we confirm what the conversation or the exact situation was before you pushed the button?
We were talking about jobs, weren't we?
Yeah.
Like he was still offering us employment.
Raph is offering you guys a place on the work cruise, specifically one of the work crews that's going to be taking cargo over to freighter M226 once it arrives.
Frosty Reaper. Everyone needs to go look at what he just posted in chat.
Oh, I don't have it up, so it won't be loaded.
This is what I remember.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh, that's so good. Oh man.
Bending over or something.
Nice.
For sure.
That's beautiful.
Thank you for that.
You just pressed a button.
Yeah. So I have just pressed the button, and
Okay.
what does that do to Bebo?
Evo, tell us what the button does to you.
I mean, we know it does nothing technically.
Waiting to see what he actually said because I.
Oh, what?
Talk about see what Raph
Frosty
says.
Reaper said?
Whose response are you looking for, Evo?
I'm waiting for my browser to load whatever the link just is. Here.
Oh.
It's not what I was looking for. Is that what he said? That's all he remembers?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I remember. You know.
Oh man, that's so good. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks, Mike. So I think we just kind of
Yeah.
we have to just kind of pick up somewhere.
Yeah.
Since
So
it's been a while
just
for
to give
all
you
of us here.
guys kind of just maybe a little bit more information on where exactly we left off.
That'd be
You guys were in the middle of a conversation with Raph. He is telling you guys that he can get you a place on a work crew to get over to freighter M226, which is the freighter you guys are looking for. And your guys' ulterior motive for talking to Raph is because the governor wanted you to convince him to go along with whatever she wanted and essentially be her like her guy to do whatever she wants him to, essentially.
Okay.
So you guys are trying to decide if you want to keep her as an ally or make a new ally here with Raph, essentially.
Okay. Well, when we left off, I had locked the door and threatened him, and then pressed the button because it is of my conviction that it'd be silly for us to take a job to get on this freighter when we already have a job to get on this freighter, and we might as well just complete the mission at hand with telling Raph to be quiet about things and maybe calm down his gang's activity on the Big Black's Doc D, so that we can get this lady to get us on the freighter.
Okay. So you are essentially threatening Raph at this point.
Yes, I have threatened him by locking the door. I do recall that I had told him about my gun. I had informed him that I like it, and also I have it here for a reason.
Okay.
So let's just start fresh. This might not be exactly where we left off in the conversation, but
Well,
I lock the
that's
door,
fine.
I push
It's a
the
fine
button,
place to start.
and I pick up my rifle, and I don't know how you chamber around in space, being that it's like a laser thing. It's not actually like a round, but I chamber around.
Sure.
And I just look at him, and I say, like, look, you don't want me to hit the button again.
What did the button do the first time you pressed it, Bebo? What was your response?
There's just some steam coming out of my head.
Okay. His response to all this is just a shrug, and pretty much, are you threatening to kill me? Like, what's the extent of this threat? You know.
The extent of this threat is I put you in these binders, and I pull my binders out of their handcuffs out of my back pocket, if you will, and I say, and I go and I deliver you to all those stormtroopers that have been looking for you. So, no skin off my back.
But if I don't want to go along,
It doesn't matter if you want to or not. You're going to.
I don't want to. So
Great. So if you don't want to, and you're not going to willingly come along, then there is another way we can work this out. That being...
Torture!
I say, Bebo, that's the third option. The second option is you and your gang stop causing trouble here on Doc D. And I can get those stormtroopers to go right away.
Or torture. Your choice. Torture's fun when there's no information you need.
true.
Fair enough.
Very true. Raph he's gonna shrug again and say, maybe I misjudged you. So, seeing as I don't have any interest in going to be taken to any stormtroopers, sure, like, whoever's pulling your strings, tell them I'll go along with it,
Go along with what?
whatever the heck it is that they want.
Yeah, see, that's the problem, is you're not listening. You don't know what I'm telling you.
I mean, it doesn't matter because my options are either go along.
Can I cut him off halfway through the sentence and hit him with the butt of my rifle?
How close to him are you?
I mean, it's a small room.
It's a meeting room, you know.
Okay, yeah, I hit him from across the table.
From
It's a big rifle. I kind of just do this like.
I think he should get a chance to respond. Don't you? You know.
I mean, I'm doing it while he's talking, so we
Sure.
can
Wow.
resolve
Yeah,
the sack however you'd like.
You
But-
catch him off guard in mid sentence and
Okay.
hit him with the butt of your rifle,
Yeah.
and he just turns away, spits some blood out of his mouth, and that was unnecessary.
Is that what he says, or is that what you say?
That's what he says.
Okay. I say, well, I understand that you're trying to say you're going along with things, but it doesn't sound like you're actually going along with them. So what are you going to do? We've discussed to you what you need to do. What are you going to do?
Well, you need to further explain what exactly it is that you're looking for.
You need to stop making trouble on Dock D.
All right, that's not difficult. I mean, listen to me.
Okay, that's easy then. I guess we're done. And I shake his hand.
He shakes your hand,
And I
and we pause the action to roll for destiny points.
good idea.
Everyone, go put one force dice in your dice pool, and please roll.
So I'm doing. Sorry, it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, in your character sheet, there's the dice pool section, the white D12 in the center.
Uh-huh.
It's your destiny dice. So you're gonna put one into that, then click the roll button.
Do we want all the other values at 0, or does that matter?
You want all the other values at 0. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'll roll one for me. Okay.
Oh my god, Ian, you're having a good time in this chat here.
All right, has everyone rolled? Let's see, we got Zabo, Bebo, Lark. Yes.
Yeah, there's 4 rolls in there.
All right, so for this session, starting totals for our destiny points are 5 light destiny points and 2 dark destiny points. All right, so after that encounter, Raph, he kind of walks over past you towards the door, and he's trying to leave at this point.
Well, the door's locked.
But yeah, the door's locked, but he's making to leave because in his mind this encounter is over.
Okay. Sure. I just kind of give him a look of like you don't want to go back on this, and then open the door.
I give him 2 big thumbs up like this.
Look as dejected as a robot can look.
Sorry,
He shakes his head as he walks past you guys. And he exits the room.
I looked at the party and I'm just like, what? I have no idea. That guy was off his rocker. Did he make any sense to anyone else? No? It felt like he just was ready to give us stuff, but then wasn't. I don't know. So I'm like, well, I guess we go back to, what's her name?
Varla.
Varla?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess we just go back to Varla now? I don't know. I thought that would be harder.
What reason does he have to
I guess.
leave us or help us, other than your threat?
None.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we just kind of showed up out of nowhere. If we hadn't come along, you wouldn't have offered the jobs. And I mean,
But I guess
it brings.
yeah. I mean, I guess in hindsight, like, it doesn't really matter if he follows our rule or not. All we had to do is tell him to follow the rule.
Right.
We did that. So I guess we go back to Varla and report our success.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay.
When you guys came over to this area of the station the last time you took your ship, do you want to do that again, or do you just want to take the slightly longer route and cut through the station?
Given that I've upset and stricken a gang leader, I'd like to get the quickest way out. So I'd like to get into the ship.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys can make your way back to your ship
Cool.
without much of a problem at all.
Oh, that's nice. So we get there, and I kind of hang up my gun again, and I do the whole docking procedure thing that I did last time, where I'm like, "Can we dock in this one? Is that fine?"
Yeah.
Great.
You guys you don't get any problems from the docking people for going back and forth like that.
Okay. So do we just get to land in the other dock that we were originally at, and that's fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. How far is Varla's place from there?
A short walk.
And how far is Pask's place?
It's further away than the governor's estate, I guess you would call it.
Okay.
It's it would probably take you guys, between 15 and 30 minutes to get to Pask's from the dock.
Okay. Do we have any reason to go back to Pask, guys? I don't think so.
Did you guys want to get those Navy officer uniforms? Because he had offered you a couple of those.
Oh,
He
yeah.
also seemed to have more information about maybe the cargo, or somebody did that we didn't fully.
The governor is the one that has the information.
Maybe we should get the uniforms, check back in with her.
Yeah. I feel like. I mean, do we need the uniforms?
That's
Or
up to you guys.
Maybe
It
it's just like
would-
a generally fine idea to have them.
Yeah,
I
it
think
would
so.
assist in any deception or stealth checks you guys make, trying to convince someone that you're supposed to be somewhere you're not, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so, if I'm understanding correctly from memory, Pask's place is kind of in like a mall of sorts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we head that way, and I stop at the Orange Julius on the way.
Okay.
Great. Can I get the blue milk?
Yeah, that'll be 2 Republic credits.
The what?
I spend my two Republic credits on that. I now have 69
Very
credits.
worth it.
Yeah, it's like a kind of opaque plastic cup, that you can kind of see the blue liquid through.
Dude, nice. Is it properly at just above room temperature?
Yeah.
That's how I love my blue milk.
Bruh. Get the strawberry.
Straight off of the nearest moisture farm.
Oh, God bless. That's that good stuff.
Mm-mm-mm. Farm fresh.
Oh, yeah. Cool. So, do we have anything to do to get to Pask, or do we just get to show up?
You
at
don't
Pask's?
have to make any rolls. If you guys have anywhere else you would like to stop along the way, along the way there's any various assorted general goods stores, clothing stores, a few weapons stores. If you guys want to see if you can acquire anything else, then you can do that on the way. It's still
anywhere-
pretty bustling, about the same amount of activity as has been since you guys got here.
Okay.
Is there anywhere I can get some scrap parts? Maybe.
For yourself,
Yes.
Who else for?
you can find a mechanics shop or something along
Okay.
those
Are there
lines.
Imperial mechanics here? They would
Yeah.
repair Imperial droids.
Yeah. It's an Imperial station. So yeah.
I'm good.
Just curious.
Do you do you still have any Imperial identification tags or anything Imperial identification codes?
Presumably, but I probably won't want it to be evident or visible.
Right. Right, because you used to be an Imperial droid, so I was
Well,
just wondering if you had
Employed
anyone.
by the Imperium Empire.
I was wondering if you had anyone go into your system after you left and delete the Imperial identification codes from your system or anything like that.
Everyone so far has failed to wipe my memory, and that is why I am the way I am.
This is why he craves torture.
Yes.
Too many memories.
He's a damaged robot.
Yeah.
Droids become more and more neurotic the longer they go without having their memories wiped. It's been a long time.
Things got pretty heavy just there.
I don't think I really need the disguise. I think I'm all right.
Okay.
Fair enough.
And
What about Zabo or Eos? You guys need anything before we go to tasks?
Gosh, I don't know. Are we gonna have a? Well, never mind. I think I'm okay for right now.
So as we are walking over there, I'm not like really interested in buying anything, but I do look at the location scanner that I put on Pask's pocket.
he's at his shop.
Okay. Cool. I guess we can just walk in then.
Yeah, you guys can get to there, and he's standing behind the counter when you guys walk in, and he sighs a little bit when you walk in. And he says, "I could have gone better.
Could have gone worse.
Most of the time, if you're still alive, that can apply, although not all the time. You know? Sometimes being dead is preferable to being alive."
So you've been around Sarlacc before. That's what you're telling me.
I have no personal experience with Sarlacc.
Well,
I
evidently.
try to avoid situations like that.
That makes sense. Does your does your situation-proof suit keep you from that sort of thing?
It tends to.
That's
yes.
good. It's always good to woo a Sarlacc. Well, hey, we been in contact with the person that that Varla sent us to go handle. It seems like they won't be a problem, but we'd still like to get a hold of those Imperial officer uniforms from you.
Previous offer still stands. You know, I believe that our arrangement, he puts in air quotation marks, was that they were going to be free.
Correct. I love it when they're free. I will take them
And
for free.
Yeah, he provides them.
Great.
He gives a cautious glance over at Bebo as he hands them over.
Does anyone? Do I like notice that, or is that just like something that?
You want to? Do you want to notice his...
Can you with your own face just show me how that gaze is? I want to make sure that I'm correct on this one.
You know,
This is where we get to ask the DM or the Space Master to roleplay for us.
Yeah.
How does Pask look?
kind of like that.
Oh wait, do it again.
I just did it.
Do it
You're
again.
not-
I wasn't. I didn't think you were making
He
a
is
face.
Pask.
Okay, I see that.
dude.
I,
Better?
so I see that, and I say, you don't like his outfit?
He threatened me
I don't know what you're talking about.
the last time that he was here.
Bygones are bygones. You know, it's in the past. I just tend not to dwell on those sorts of things.
Yeah.
He threatens most people when you think about it, so you know it's the ones he doesn't threaten that you want to look out.
Yeah, those
for.
are the dead ones.
True.
So, do we have that stuff now?
Yes.
Cool.
You do. So
I say, oh, go
if
ahead.
you want to like be wearing those, you would be able to gain benefits from that,
Okay.
Lark, because you're the only human member of the party.
Right. Well, I go ahead and I don that uniform.
Yeah.
Actually, I ask Pask if he has a changing room.
Yeah.
I go into it and I don that uniform.
You'll be able to gain a boost dice to any checks in regards to trying to fool other Imperial officers into, you know, why you're supposed to be somewhere or any deception.
Or like, hey, why
or,
are you on this catwalk?
You know, yeah, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Not that those situations pop up
No, never.
ever.
No.
But, you know.
Not with Lark.
Yeah.
Um.
You come out and it's the typical gray naval officer's uniform with the high collar and the correct rank insignia on the collar. You got a lieutenant's uniform.
Okay. I say, well, Pask, I think we're off to go meet with Varla again. It seems as though if we bring news of Raf's agreement, then we should be able to get onto this thing and get on to the next step.
I wish you luck.
All right, thanks, Pask. And I give him a salute.
Waves.
Now that you're looking the part.
Yes. Yeah, I give him an imperial salute, whatever one that is.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know.
I hope it's
what
like
a
I hope it's
salute
like
looks like, you know.
the one from Zoolander where he's like, huh, huh. That's,
Sure.
that's the imperial salute. I give him an imperial salute.
Sure. Why not? Okay.
All right.
Yeah. You guys can head back to Varla Pearls.
Does she just let us in? The guards don't care.
They have been given instructions to let you guys in.
Okay.
Sweet.
Where is she when we walk in?
She is she's in a conference room.
So she's not in that front room that we were in?
No. Not in that dining hall.
Okay.
If
And that
you
dining
guys-
that dining hall's in the front room, right?
Yeah, so when you guys walk into this structure kind of thing in the center of the space station, and you go up an elevator and you come out on like the second story, and the hallway goes off in both directions, and there's a door in front of you. The door to the front of you is where you guys were taken before, but you're led to the left to another room, this time by someone who shows you where she is.
Okay. Are there any more oddities around that I would notice?
Not in this room, no.
Oh, okay. Like there are none, or there's none of like particular.
There are
interest?
none.
Okay.
Nothing,
interesting.
nothing that you would find to be an oddity. It's very stark and well kept and clean.
Okay. Do they open the door for us, or?
They let you in, and she's standing with her back to the door you guys come in when you walk in, and she's talking with just someone else, and they're looking like they're going over something on a data pad. When
What's
you
the
guys
other
walk
person
in.
wearing?
They're just wearing a standard officer's uniform.
Okay.
They have their hair up in a bun. So it's a woman.
Okay.
And
Mark wearing
they're
her
just
uniform right now?
I'm wearing the imperial uniform,
yes,
the imperial one.
that's correct. You are wearing the Imperial uniform.
Right.
To meet with the commander of the Imperial Station?
Correct.
Who knows you're not Imperial?
I think it looks nice. I walk in, and I see the woman that has the bun, and
Yep.
I kind of like just walk over to the data pad and act like I'm supposed to be a part of the conversation. I just kind of look at the data pad. I'm like, oh yeah, cool. Is there any information I can see on the data pad?
They end the conversation before you have a chance to get across the room, and the woman with the bun takes the data pad and leaves out the door, and Varla Prul turns to greet you as you approach.
Okay. I give her an imperial salute.
She raises an eyebrow at the uniform.
I say to her, found it. Looked pretty sweet.
Mm.
It's not an actual one. I know it looks good, but Pask, he made it for us.
Yes.
It's more of like a Halloween costume, but he's really good at making this stuff, you know?
He's very talented, yes. Down to business. What of what I sent you to do?
Raf won't be a problem.
I suppose I am intended to take your word on that.
You could have one of your Doc D surveillance workers take a look at his face.
I see
Now
what
that
you
that-
did there.
Now that that is out of the way, we can. I suppose that I am obligated to give you your payment for this service. What information are you looking for in regards to this convoy?
Well, firstly, I'd like to know what exactly is on it, so that me and my crew, we can decide whether or not it's worth our time to get on there to try to get those oddities. Secondly, I'd like a boarding pass. Regardless of if it's got oddities or not, we're headed its direction, and our ship is running low on fuel. We need a ride.
That's fair. As to the cargo, there are multiple freighters in the convoy. We have a few different things being transported. Do you have any thing specific that you're looking for?
It's like I said, oddities. They don't come by name.
Nothing out of the ordinary on this convoy. Weapons, information, chemicals.
Information on the convoy?
Always.
How? I mean, information isn't exactly cargo, you know?
Oh, information is cargo. As well, I don't know what your guys' backgrounds is, but information is very valuable cargo. And as far as pounds to credits, it's one of the most valuable.
Well, pounds to credit isn't the only ratio that we look at when we're evaluating things. Information can only be sold to the people who need it and can't be told to the people who don't want the other people who need it to have it. So it's a little bit more difficult to sell than an oddity.
It's easy to sell to the right people.
What are you saying?
If you find the right buyer, information goes a long way.
Are you a purveyor of information?
I'm a purveyor of many things. And as I said, one of the things that gets transported on this convoy is information. But if you're not going to be more specific as to if you're looking for a specific kind of cargo or a specific ship, or then
I would be as specific with you as I possibly could, and in fact I am when I say that we are looking for oddities. They may not have a name. I could tell you that I'm looking for Bacta. I could tell you I'm looking for a shipment of tauntauns. And they could all be correct if the tauntauns are weird enough.
the things coming in tomorrow on the convoy include weapons, chemicals, and some information. Spread throughout a variety of different freighters.
Chemicals are great. Some people really like chemicals and
Some-
weapons and putting them together. And I'm not talking about mass destruction things. Of course I would be against that. But you put the right chemicals together and put them in a weapon,
They
you got a
become
buyer.
Yes. I already have buyers for everything that's on this convoy, though, so it's just stopping here on its way to its final destination. This is not the cargo's final destination.
Where is its final destination?
Oh, we travel. I don't know if you need the final destination.
I
Or
don't know
not.
if you need Raph to behave. Because I can go down and talk to him one more time, and I'm sure that if I hit him another time, he's not going to react so calmly.
Yes, I'm sure that that conversation will go well. Yes, Raph, remember how I told you to behave? I need you to not behave now.
Hey, if a guy is as much of a scoundrel that he requires your attention, I'm sure he'll do what it takes for the right amount of credits.
True. You know, most people will do anything for the right amount of credits.
Yeah, I'd be ashamed to see a mutiny on this pretty little station you've got.
It would.
So Zabo steps forward as this is going on. He's like, excuse me, ma'am. There's just something on this ship there's probably only one thing on this ship, maybe. We don't know. We don't know. We need to find that.
She said.
I go,
she
thank you,
nods-
Zabo.
She nods and says yes. And I've already detailed the contents of many of the freighters of the convoy.
I wouldn't call it detail to say there's weapons, chemicals, and information. That's pretty broad.
Right.
Yes.
That's like rock, paper, scissors, you know?
Oh my gosh, a stink bug just flew at me. Whoa.
I heard that.
Dude, what the heck? Hold on. I don't know where it went.
Maybe there's some bug spray on that ship that we could.
Yeah,
Acquire.
chemicals that murder bugs, please. Gosh, I'm so tired of those things. Anyway, sorry. I broke my immersion.
Immersion broken.
I'm back.
She sighs and walks over to a countertop picks up a data pad, types in some stuff, and messes around with it for a minute or two, and then hands it to you.
To me or to
Yes.
Zeba?
To you. To
Okay.
you.
What's on it?
On the data pad is its cargo manifests of of the convoy coming in.
Okay. What's on the convoy list?
We have multiple different freighters, among them your freighter M226. Freighter M226 specifically is carrying a shipment of weapons and armaments. And as she detailed, many of the other ships carry biochemicals, and there's one or two passenger passenger freighters.
Okay. I
Uh,
is there like a list of who's on the passenger freighters?
no,
Okay. Does it say if there's room on the passenger freighters?
yeah, there's one of the passenger freighters has vacancies,
Okay. How many?
uh, a decent amount. You know,
Okay.
it's probably only half full.
And do any of these have the capability to take a small Lambda class shuttle?
Yeah, all of them.
Okay.
They all have loading bays and cargo holds.
Okay. So,
She's
like,
provided
is there
you.
is there a kind of like armament that's on these things that is special that I'm supposed to note for the sake of having that intelligence to give back to the resistance later on? Or, yeah.
There's no mention of any particularly high class weaponry or anything like that. As you skim through it, it's general like blaster rifles, you know, thermal detonators, uh, pistols, a few battalions of, or not a few battalions, maybe like a few shipping crates of battle droids, things of that nature.
Okay. I look at uh, the data pad for a while, and I I look up to Varla, and I just say, a manifest is great, and I appreciate this information. As I kind of like, is there a way I can copy down the information into my own device?
Uh, I think that Emily is the only one that has an actual data pad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I hand the data pad to Eos then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can. We have NFC communication. You can just touch the backs of the devices together, and they can transfer data.
Dude, nice.
Okay.
They just
Fabulous.
high five
So
the
Varla
devices.
agrees to that then.
Yeah.
I didn't even ask her if she agreed to it, but yeah.
Just touch. Just touch.
And I say to her, that's great, but a manifest for a freighter that to some doesn't exist, I'd say that's probably another layer of security built in. What else is on the freighter?
You have everything.
I have everything you know, but maybe not everything on the freighter.
Yeah. You have everything I can give you.
Then can you get us on this freighter?
Well, yes, I can get you on the freighter.
Great, let's do that.
All right. Would you like to be transported as important guests, workers? What did you have in mind?
What do you think is best? Really, it doesn't matter.
Workers would be easiest to sell. We're always looking for new work hands.
Then consider me unemployed and seeking employment.
She, on the same data pad that she handed you, she asked for it back.
No, it's in Eos' hand.
Yeah, she asked for it back.
Oh.
Are you going to give it back to her, or?
Sure.
Yeah, she had just like extends her hand out like she's wanting to have it back.
Mm-hmm.
And you hand it back to her.
And I acquiesce.
Okay. Yeah, she does a little bit of quick typing and makes up a set of 4 work passes that she can put out in your guys' names.
Okay.
Or for your guys' use
And when is the freighter showing up?
tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay. I salute her and say thank you for your help, and I do hope that Raph maintains his agreement. If he doesn't, let me know. We'll come back. We'll talk to him. You know, I appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you.
Is there any way that we can get in contact?
She provides you the number for like her secretary.
Okay, that's all I need. Okay. I ask her as we're kind of like walking out, because I assume we're walking out now,
Yeah,
guys. Yes.
Sure.
Yep.
Do you want to walk out with her, or do you guys just leave?
I assume that she's gonna like at least walk us to the door.
Yeah.
Maybe she
Escort
isn't.
us.
At
She
whatever
walks
point she
through-
decides to leave, I'm just going to turn around to her and say, "So we got some hours to kill. What's good to do around here?"
She looks at you and says, "Well, just go to the bar, I guess. You know, I don't know.
Where is it? What's it called?
Yeah, she gives you directions to the bar, and it's just called the Marl Station Tavern.
Okay. Fair enough. A classic.
Yeah.
Okay. I go. Well, I guess we got some time to kill. I guess we'll head that way. I'm gonna stop at the ship first, though.
Sure.
Cool, cool.
Is anyone else coming to the ship with me?
Sure.
Bebo.
Bebo. What about Zabo?
We can
I was
take-
gonna go back to Pasks, but I mean,
you
I
can do
guess.
that.
Okay, then
go for it.
I'd just say something like I'll see you later.
Okay.
And then I walk off.
We'll
Okay.
take Frosty Reaper's advice. The bar is known on the station as the Sloppy Wampa.
God bless. I love the sloppy wampa.
Dude, nice.
So who's heading back to the ship, and who's
Hi.
heading elsewhere?
I'm going with Lark.
Girls' night.
Woo!
All right.
Party.
So when we get back to the ship, I go to the ship's.
On your way
Oh, okay.
to the ship, Eos, you get like you're walking through the crowd, and someone puts a hand on your shoulder and kind of like spins you around, and it's Jason Felix,
Oh.
your
Oh, hey!
your friend Jason, and he says, "I thought that was you, Eos. What are you doing here?"
Oh, you know, just hitting the bar, catching a little rest, and possibly other things too. We're boarding a freighter out tomorrow.
Always up to something, I suppose.
Yes, indeed.
I kind of like peek into the conversation. I'm like, do we know each other?
Well, I don't know you.
I mean,
But-
do you two know each other?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I just like stopping random people, calling them by their first name.
Same.
Say,
Hi,
you know,
I'm Lark.
Jason.
Nice to meet you, Jason.
Yeah, we go back a ways.
Yeah, that's saying it one way. Yeah. I saw you've come in and out of the governor's place a couple times. Moving up in the world? You running a shipment or something?
So to speak. Helping making sure that things are running properly around these parts, and you know, guess you could say we're trusted advisors for however brief a time.
Sure, yeah.
We're mainly
Well-
passing through, and a friend recommended we go meet with her. Station's nice. It's nice and quiet.
Must have been some friend to get you a meeting with her.
Yeah. He's a heck of a guy.
Sure he is. You guys said you're headed to the bar. The bar's
I'm-
that way.
I'm headed this way to the
Yep.
ship. We have a shuttle here. I'm just headed back to pack up some stuff, change into my, well, not these. And, you don't go to the bar in these.
Not so much.
You're an Imperial, you do.
Yeah, I am an Imperial, but I'm also an Imperial officer. So I get to choose when I don't want to.
Hanging around with Imperial officers now, Eos.
You know me. I know how to blend in.
You always do. Well,
So tell me. Oh, go ahead.
no, you go.
In our conversations with Varla, she seems like a very interesting woman. Has helped us out quite a bit. How have things been going with you and her and your interactions?
Well, she's like most bosses. What can I say? She can be a pain in the butt sometimes, but
You could say that again.
probably had some interesting interactions with her yourself, huh?
I mean, anytime you interact with her, it's interesting. It seems.
Most of the time that's not the case, but
Well, I guess we're just a special brand ourselves.
I guess you are.
Yeah, we're a bit of a ragtag team, kind of keeping her on her toes, I suppose.
Got anyone else with you?
We do indeed. We're all kind of spread out at the moment before we come back together to board our freighter tomorrow. But we've got an Imperial droid, or formerly used
No,
in the...
definitely still an Imperial. Yeah.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Super still active. Imperial. It's my droid. Don't worry about it. It's just a droid.
I catch
Yeah,
it.
with
I
them,
catch
didn't
your
Buddy of
meaning.
ours.
Yeah, I get it.
Wait, so remind me, Jason Felix, he's Emily's or Eos's contact.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
where does he lie exactly with the rebel thing? Because it was my understanding that he's still like totally Imperial.
He was as far as I understand it, he was a contact from Eos's bounty hunter, or not bounty hunter, sorry, smuggler days.
Okay.
Because he was useful for, getting fake credentials, things like that, to get on and off Imperial worlds. Different things of that variety is what his main use to Eos was. But are you guys good friends, would you say, Eos, or are you just strictly a professional relationship?
I had it in my mind that we were friends, that we in our times of working together, we hit it off. We had an understanding generally. It's been a long time since we've seen each other last, so
Yeah.
bumping into him here, of course, I'm kind of playing it safe a little bit, not exactly upfront disclosing what we're up to, but
Yeah.
you know.
But he knows that you've done shady dealings in the past, though. So
Yeah, I would say that's true.
okay. Yeah. He says, "Well, I'm away to run an errand, but if you guys are going to be at the bar later, maybe we can get back up there,
Oh, I'm sure you'll find us. It's just us, a silly droid, and a Togruta. Can't miss us.
Yep, we're a sightly bunch, I'll tell you that.
I'm sure."
But yeah, so meet us at the bar later. Maybe we could chat some more.
Absolutely, yeah. But I got to run. So, yeah.
All right.
See you later.
See you around.
guys.